Hey, what's up? Welcome back. In this video, we're going to talk about some new items that popped onto the market. So I was doing a little bit of research the other day with one of our new Academy members. I'll leave a link down below in the description. Go check out that. And welcome Gordon, latest member to the Academy. But let's talk about this first real quick. We're going over some new concepts for Gordon's project and just trying to figure out, hey, what would fit you well? What would fit this budget well? What would fit your build for what it is that you want to do? We found new products that were on the market that I didn't even know about, and I thought it was kind of cool. So I thought, hey, let's look at these. So the Octavio IFR-1 compact all-in-one cockpit made in Germany, which means to me it's probably got good craftsmanship behind it. All right, it is a flight sim controller for the comm, the nav, the FMS, the autopilot, the transponder, and apparently more. Let's take a closer look at this. So this thing here will, without having to have a full-on 530, 430, without having to have a full-on autopilot, without having to have a radio and all that stuff, you can actually just use what you have on the screen in front of you in your cockpit using X-Plane. I'm going to go out on a limb and say, there it is, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, 2024, X-Plane 11 or newer, which means X-Plane 12. So this will work for the radios. It'll work for the transponder. This is going to work for your GPS, your radio switches. I think that's a really cool idea, and it's just something small and compact you can have right there, and it operates all that stuff without you having to get in there with the mouse and sit there and try and spin knobs. I hated that. I still like the having the panel like I do and having it look like a real cockpit, but the next best thing, guys, for the price, $179. I'll leave a link down in the description. Go check this thing out. This thing is really cool. So it actually has a mount for the top of the honeycomb. I think it's a honeycomb alpha yoke there. So you could actually mount this to your yoke and just use that as you would. And you could have a really minimal setup for your flight sim and just actually be able to use the screen or use what's in the cockpit as your visual. So you don't have to have like a version of your flight sim panel on the screen and then a version in the physical world, because you can actually use what's in the screen. So I just thought that was a really cool thing. I'll leave a link in the description for that. I thought this was kind of neat. It was, I don't know that I would say maybe mid-level budget, but if you go to RealSimGear, I've always loved these guys. I think half of my cockpit is RealSimGear. RealSimGear, if you're out there and you guys want to sponsor us, I'm open to it, guys. What do you have? Send it over. I'd love to do a review on anything. So I'm running out of stuff here. So thinking G3X. Yeah, yeah. G3X, buddies. All right, so come over here, go to products, go to compact YokeTop packages. All right, if you click on that, we have, and I know I'm just gonna put this out here. Last time I checked this, it might be back. I checked this 2 days ago, and it said sold out. So let's go through and just see how this looks. So if you guys, what this allows you to do is build a YokeTop setup with a panel with pre-configured avionics. It does not come with the honeycomb yoke here. It does not come with the throttle, but you can configure what this does come with in the panel, and the panel will actually rest. It will mount to the honeycomb yoke or the LG yoke. It probably, you might run into some troubles with anything else, but as far as what I've seen, the compatibility, it says it does not mount onto the Virtual Fly Yoko yoke, which is what I have. So it says it mounts directly to the Honeycomb Alpha or Logitech. Okay, it does say Windows only. So let's look at what you can get here. You can set this to the G3X or the G5, and let's say I wanted that, and then that's still available. And then I wanted to get that with the GTN 750, 650 over here with the GFC 500 autopilot. I could do that. Okay, that version's sold out. So some of this in some configurations is available. You may just have to wait until it's in. You might want to give RealSimGear a call, make sure they have what you're looking for. Of course, what I want is not, but that's all right. So, but here's a couple looks, some look at what you would get here. You got the, I think that's the G3X there, and but if you wanted the G5s, the dual G5s, it looks a little bit odd to me. That's one thing I would like a little clarification on. RealSimGear, I've seen you guys hanging around in the comments. So why is it just the G5s? What do we do about the rest of the six-pack? Just curious. Here's your G3X with a 650, 750, and the autopilot. That would be a really nice setup if you could get a hold of one of those. And then outfit that with the Honeycomb Alpha yoke and then the Honeycomb Bravo throttle quadrant. You would have a really, really nice setup. I'll leave links for that stuff in the description down below. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, if you just want to know more about what it is that we're talking about, leave me the question down below. I'll try to get you more on that. We're just trying to put together a halfway decent, budget-friendly flight sim, and something that would be easy to build, not have to go out there and find a billion different parts and pieces. Guys, this is beautiful. This is an absolute beauty of a gem to set something like this up. So there's not a lot of aircraft. G3X is something you're going to find in like an RV-10. There's very few things that are out there that you're actually going to probably use those with. Specifically, if you're using Microsoft Flight Simulator, Cub Crafters X-Cub, Cub Crafters NX Cub, the King Air 350, JMB VL3, I'm not sure what that one is, the Velociraptor Velocity, and then the third-party ones, you've got your Velocity XL, Blackwing, BW635RG, Simworks Studios Van RV14, and the RV10, that's what I would get. Parallel 42, Freedom Fox 2 series. That's I believe they're talking about the Kit Fox. That'd be cool. The Airfoil Lab Bristol B23 kit. Maybe this is the Kit Fox they're talking about. I'm not sure if that's the same thing. Flight Simulator Reborn Ultralight Sting S4. So a lot of options. If you're flying any of these, it'll go great with the G3X, and I think you guys will really enjoy that. If you guys are not already a part of or are interested in what I'm talking about with the Flight Sim Academy that we just recently launched, I'll leave a link down in the description on how to get started with that. Just go to EliteSimBuild.com and grab a copy of our Flight Sim guide there with 172, and that'll start the process, okay? Hopefully that helps. Love to hear more from you guys. Take care. Talk soon. And enjoy your flight sim build. Send me pictures, guys. I want to know what you guys are building out there. Hey, if you haven't already done so, head over to EliteSimBuild.com, grab a copy of our home flight simulator resource guide. Do that thing where you click the button, give us your email address, and we will send you a copy of our simulator guides where you can get the resource list, the avionics reviews, a panel blueprint, so that way you guys can send that off to your panel guy, get all the parts and pieces that you need. You'll know exactly what software to pick up, so you can get your Cessna 172 flight simulator built today.